Hi, good afternoon, you guys. My name is Evelyn as the mortgage lady, and I want to go ahead and thank Elizabeth who sent me a message. I also want to go ahead and tell you guys that if you guys want me to go ahead and do videos on certain things, go ahead and send me a message and I could go ahead and do the video regarding to that topic. So Elizabeth asked me, what is an appraisal and why is it required and who orders it? So with further ado, here goes. So an appraisal is actually required, is requested by the lender to go ahead and see the, it's an opinion of the value of the property. So whenever you go under contract, the lender is going to go ahead and request an appraisal to be done by an appraiser, and that appraiser is going to go ahead and check the surrounding of your property and check to see in the last 6 months what houses within the identical or similar to your property have sold in the last 6 months, in order for him to go ahead and get the value on the property. Because anybody could go ahead and say, you know, my house is worth X amount of money, or the realtor could go ahead and sell it for X amount of money. So this is where they do their studies, the realtor as well as the lender, and check to see if the value is there. Now there is factors, they go ahead and rise up the value of your property. For instance, if the appraiser finds an identical property or a similar property with the same measurements, like let's say 2 bedrooms with 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms with 2 bathrooms, brick with brick, bungalow with bungalow, etc., etc. But there is factors that go ahead and bring the value higher on the property. For instance, if you have hardwood floors, if you have the kitchen cabinets, depending on what kind of wood they have it, what kind of countertops they have. So there are factors that go ahead and rise up the value, and there are factors that lower the value. So depending on how, you know, the property is well kept or not, this is where the value comes in. Even though you have a house that's sold that is similar to it or identical as far as sizes, that doesn't mean that the value is going to be there. So they check that as well. Does you require to have an appraisal for every purchases? Well, technically for the ones that you can order from the lending side, yes. There is other programs that you don't need it, but majority of the programs that you have that you borrowing the money from the lending side, yes, you need an appraisal to be done, and that is required for you guys know. Now it is something that you want to go ahead and accept it because you have no choice but to it, but you want to make sure that you're buying the property at the correct value that you want to go ahead and purchase it for. So it is a good thing. Also within the appraisal, he also checks further down to see if it passes. So there's 2 types of appraisal. The most common ones are your FHA, your conventional, and there are guidelines to those appraisals as far as the house is capped, it's in livable conditions. So those are the appraisals that come in to see if it's under the FHA guidelines or other conventional guidelines, and your realtor will be able to tell you that once the realtor goes show your properties of the house and say this will actually go ahead and pass FHA, this will not pass conventional. Give you an example of minor things. If you have, you know, your floors lift, it will not pass FHA. If you have, you know, windows, they're wood and they have old paint and you see it where it's actually cracking, it's coming out, well, they're going to request it to go ahead and stand it down and then repaint over it, or have them removed and have a new window. So there is little things more into it when it comes to the appraisers for FHA and conventional guidelines. But like I said, if you're buying with a realtor, the realtor will explain to you if the house will actually go ahead and pass FHA or not. And also the listing agent will specify on the listing saying this property is sold only conventional or this property is sold only FHA. If you guys want to know more details in regarding to the appraisal, in regards to which appraisal passes what, you could go ahead and contact me. You could also, thank you so much, go ahead and send me, you know, private messages to me, or send me messages and let me know what kind of topics you want me to go ahead and talk next week, and I'll be more than glad to come out here and give you guys more information. Now I am going to do it next week in Spanish for those who are watching. They want to know my Spanish speaking, they want to know what I was talking about. I'm separating both, but I appreciate you guys. Everybody's been sending me lots of requests to tell them in private, and also to come out here live and give you guys that information. So once again, my name is Evelyn as the mortgage lady. All my information will be above, so you guys are more than welcome to come in and contact me for any furthermore. Okay, so you guys, thank you so much. Have a good afternoon. Till next video. Bye bye.